It started 10 years ago. I was writing my code, doing my thing, and I loved using technology, but something was not right. By then, I'd probably written like 1 million lines of code, and I started to wonder, with how many of these lines of code did I actually do some good in the world? I realized probably not that many. And this made me feel useless. But it did change my perspective completely. I now wanted to make sure that I could get the most out of my lines of code. And this started small, just by thinking, maybe I can write the same thing with less code. But soon I started to wonder, what if I could use my coding skills for the bigger challenges of this world? Now, this is a nice idea, but it's not that I had this magical aha moment and I suddenly knew what my purpose in life was. No, I had no clue. I still felt a little bit lost. One thing I did know. I had to get away from behind my keyboard. So I started to explore. I started to do different things and talk to people. And the more people I talked to, especially people that were working on stuff that I knew nothing about, the more I started to realize that I had a unique perspective with my technical background. And slowly I started to believe that I could make a change. So a couple of years ago, we were talking to rangers. These are the people in Africa, in the field, protecting animals in these vast areas. And at some point, they tell us that they often work with camera traps. There are these things. You can just buy them. You can strap them to a tree, and when there's movement, it takes a picture. And they use these things to monitor the movement of wildlife, but also to know where poachers were active in their park. And we talk to these rangers, and they tell us that every couple of months, they have to go to these cameras, replace the batteries, and then they can get the memory card out of there, and then they can see, well, there was an elephant here 4 weeks ago, and there was a poacher here 8 weeks ago. And that is when we thought, wait a minute, what if we could make such a camera that it would alert rangers in real time of what is happening in their park? That could be a major game changer for them.